Now, in terms of keyboard and mouse tricks that you can do, you can use the arrow keys and the Windows key. The Windows key is that key on the keyboard that has the Windows logo on it. For years, at least on early keyboards, it was highly annoying. And it just always seemed to get in the way. But actually it's become more useful over time. And so it has definitely become more useful when it comes to what I'm about to show you, which is if I do use the Windows key and the arrow keys, I can actually, I'm holding down the Windows key and moving the right arrow key. And what it's doing is it's fitting the current program in its window into a part of the screen. Now, it's not so amazing on a single screen. Where it is amazing is on multiple screens. We have multiple monitors, and I have 3, and we were talking about this before we started. Having multiple monitors, if I have 2 monitors or if I have 3 monitors, I use this very frequently to put a window in to fit it perfectly into a part of the screen so that I can toggle between full screen and then a part of the screen. And I frequently used to do that manually. You would stretch the window out and make it fit. You don't have to do that anymore. You can just basically use the Windows arrow and move it around however you like. So that's the Windows and arrow keys.
Do all keyboards have the Windows key?
Pretty much. Yeah, I don't think any of them don't have it.
Being there.
Right.
Apple keyboards do not.
That's right.
Yes.
They have the control keys.
They have the Apple key.
Apple
Right.
keys,
Yeah,
right.
which is the same thing.
Exactly. Same idea.
I have a Mac, and I run a PC on a Mac off the same thing, and I can plug those in. That Windows sign and the Apple sign works the same key.
They're equivalent, right? As a matter of fact, when you came in, if you go to our lobby, there's a nice, iMac sitting out there, and it runs Windows 7. So we just people.
The funny thing is that people come in there and sit down at the machine and they say, "Man, these apples are really cool," and they don't even realize they're running Windows.
So third little trick that we do around here. So that's one of the options in terms of keyboard tricks. Another one that's very useful is the Windows key and the tab, and this is the Windows Rolodex. This was introduced in Vista, and it's more gadgety or gimmicky than anything else, but it could have its use. So if I do the Windows key and the tab, you get this. And I'm just tabbing as I hold down the Windows key, and you get every window that's open, including the desktop, fit in right here. And if it actually had video running in it, or had some sort of animation, it would also be in what you would be seeing. Let me get rid of this. Okay. So we're back to this screen. So that's the Windows and tab. Now, something that most Windows users are familiar with is Alt-Tab. That's something that's been around for a long, long time, back to Windows 3.0, I think. And Alt-Tab just basically gives you a preview of everyone and works very similar to the Rolodex. It's just before you used to have just an icon for the program, now you actually see what is in the window. Okay? Now, this one's a little obtuse, but this is the title bar shake. And this is, if you really didn't have anything else better to do, you can do this. And if I have a bunch of these open, and they're basically stacked, each program is stacked behind each other. If I wanted to minimize all of them at once, but keep the one I'm working on maximized, I could do this, and all of them just got minimized.
What did you do?
I
shook it.
Went up to the title bar. The title bar is the top bar.
Right.
And I just took it and I shook it. And it just actually minimizes everything else and keeps it open. As I said,
You weren't
I'm
kidding
not.
when you said
I like
shake.
that.
Yeah. It's like, gets rid of all the rest of it. Just if you.
It's
you
like
know,
a dog that's shaking off the winner.
Exactly.
That's winner.
You're just shaking down the programs. So that's the title bar shake. So again, you just kind of have a little spasm there, and all right. I'm not sure. Oh, and of course, what was the other one? If you've seen the, you can pop it in here, pop it in here. That's the one on the commercials they always show you, is that you drag it off to the side, you drag the other one off to the side, and it fits them. It just automatically fits them.
That's if you're too cheap to have multiple monitors.
Exactly, right.
Was that much?
Dallas version of marketing.
That's it, version marketing.
Right, insults, yeah. Right. And then, one last thing, down here in the lower right, it's the equivalent area of the show desktop icon that used to exist around here, depending on where you had your quick launch area. And if I just hover this, yeah, so, well, good, then it was worth coming. So,
Besides the one.
right. So I'm just hovering over that, and it's showing me the desktop. And now, if I actually click, it actually toggles between showing the desktop and putting whatever was there back. So that's what that area is for. It's amazing how they hide these little things in there. All right.